Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology only. So I have to stay home for next 21 days. And I just heard from a friend from Asia tell me that start today, they have to stay home for 30 days. And then of course our friend in Europe, they have to stay home. So it seems that this is a time that people settle down, mellow down, and think a lot of different stuff. And today I asked one of our Wing Chun friend Dave. So I asked him, say, so how is your Wing Chun, which you practice for decades, serving you in this kind of time where we are facing virus? How is your training, your Wing Chun face you? Did you guys ask yourself? All the Wing Chun you learn for many years, many months, or many decades, how does it serve you? How does it serve you? It is a good question, isn't it? Well, if we look at in the ancient Wing Chun, then there has to be, there's a part which is helping the body. So it will serve us for this type of the conditions or situations, which is very different than when the time is good, that we talk about fighting techniques and those kind of stuff. So it is a good question. So how is our Wing Chun serve us in this time where we really need a support? Did our Wing Chun training or investment in time and money actually support us to do better than other people? So there's a questions. So speaking about questions, since I'll be at home for next 31 days or 21 days, sorry. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. You can put in comment under here or go to my blogs, which is in the link under this video. Post the questions for me. If I know how to answer it, I'll answer you. Make a video to answer you. Since there's 21 days from today until 21 days later when I go back to work again, so I have a free time here. So if you want to ask me questions, feel free. So it's like a free consultations or free Q&A. So I will, if I know the answer, I will share with you what I think. Okay. But please not ask any political questions, because this channel is for education and technology only. As I mentioned just now, the big question is that we spend so many years or months or decades in Wing Chun. What does Wing Chun support us at this time when we need it as a human? And this is a real situation, right? And it could be life and death, right? So please, if you have any technical questions or historical questions, you're free to ask me. If I know how to do it, I'll answer to you, right? So let's be straightforward, okay? Straight shooter, straightforward. about techniques and history. And we don't want to talk about a grandmaster or lineage, because that's not our scope here, okay? Now today I'd like to share with you two answers of the two questions. One is that many fans often ask me, well, Hendrik, you talk about momentum and the 6 core element. Why don't you talk about the techniques of Wing Chun? Have you talked about the techniques of Wing Chun? Well, in fact, I did. It's just that because I don't like to bring this thing up. The older I get, the more I don't like to get into this fighting stuff, because what good is that to teach people fight other people? But did I wrote something about this techniques, Wing Chun techniques? Yes, I do. Basic Wing Chun, beginning Wing Chun, chapter 5. Okay, and there's even the wooden dummy. Okay, and you see this? That's how the line, the angle to take in. So there's techniques there. I just don't I don't want to share this much, is because what good is it to get you into that, thinking that you know this technique, you have power? Because techniques, like, you know, I know one techniques meaning I have power, right? Like for example, in the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao, the Xiu Lim Tao sets, that is a palm strike. Okay, so this is the vertical palm strike, this is a horizontal palm strike. But horizontal palm strike is not doing this way, it's doing this way. So now you ask, why is this two poke up with this palm strike? This is the horizontal palm strike of the 1850. This is the vertical palm strike. Why is it? Why is it? Well, this one is, what I can tell you is that this part is striking at the part of body, and this 2 point right away is poking into the pressure point. I don't want to tell you where it is, okay, because there's no point to teach people violence, right? And actually giving you false security. If you think that, well, I know this technique, then I can be test it out or superior than other people, okay? But what I can tell you this, for this, the usage of this, another application of this, is to latch on this wrist here, to latch on it, okay? So if I grab it like that, it's my lap sao, I grab it like that. If he struggle, it's easy for him to get up. You try to get somebody, okay, you just grab it like that and see how easy or difficult for him to get up. However, if you latch him with this, okay, this 3 finger not latching, only this 2, this latching. Just latch at this, like at this between, you see this one, there's like a 2, like a, how do you say that, like a concave in like this. You just latch in here, you latch in, okay, you latch in like that. You see how easy or difficult he get up from there. Okay, so when you lap sao, instead of lap like that, you just latch in here, okay, and he can do, I can struggle, whatever. See, is that easier to get off with this latch, or if I lap like that? Try it. Something fun. So the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao actually have a lot of details like that. However, you know, like today, I have to stay home 21 days. What is it going to help my life, my living? When we all worry about the virus. Well, this latch is good when there is no such problem. When we can talk and we can argue and blah blah blah, right? But sure, you know, as well I share with you, okay, there's a lot of details there, and as in here, the line and so forth. This is fighting, but we don't want to promote it, or we don't want to emphasize it or overemphasize it, thinking that you learn this technique and you're invincible. Now another question is that for the Wing Chun Inception, even some of my students ask me, why do I mention so many breathing and all this kind of stuff here? And some say, well, you review what you teach me for this many years in this book. I said, but you have to read carefully. And then he come back and said, yeah, now you talk about a lot of breathing, about body conditioning, and the sports and everything, sports science and everything. Well, why do I put this on this breathing stuff? Really, I can know all these techniques. If I don't have the stamina, the cardio, the endurance, the speed, the breathing, it will not work. If you look at Joanna and Willie Zhang and Joanna's UFC fight about a week and a half ago, you see how people exchange strike. Both Joanna and Willie is very good, but they both take hit. If we don't have that body, it's forget about it. Well, in fact, I learned this really when I was really young. Since I start martial art with judo, Kyokushin, and then Wing Chun, and I just continue on my Kyokushin karate. Well, you need to have the stamina, the breathing and so forth, because we take hit. At that time in the sparring or in the competitions, the Kyokushin Open or the exam, right? The Kyokushin, usually you have to fight like 5-6 people, spar with 5-6 people, those kind of stuff, right? You have when you go up your belt, you have to spar with more people. Well, I always have to go to my Sifu Cho Hong Choi after those sparring and those type of tests, like a test for my belt. You get hit there, and then my Sifu Cho Hong Choi is healing me, give me this Chinese herbs, and then take care of all this thing. Sometimes you don't breathe proper. Okay, because you take hit. Okay. So if we don't have that breathing, that body, techniques, it's not that useful at all. Thinking about if one be able to breathe and have the endurance and speed and the force, perform the same techniques with, if we don't have that, it is heaven and earth difference. And techniques always change too. The only thing is that the endurance, the breathing, the speed, the strength, it go with the body, go with the person. Techniques, we can change it within, say, a week. Try to repeat it for 1,000 times, you get it. But this body condition is not that way. So that's why it's here. Another reason of this is this. 2 days ago, you guys see me that I brought up the Yi Kao Miang Ma, the Xing Qi Do Dan Tian. Check it with the VO2 max and the heart rate variability, those kind of stuff. Seriously, if we don't do that bridging or connection to the sports science, let's face it, there's no future for Wing Chun. Let's not kidding ourselves. Technically, don't kidding ourselves. Because if you look like, say, the Joanna and Zhang Weili, you look at how their body condition. Are you going to believe that I'm going to practice Xiu Ling Tao and get that far? From zone 0 to zone 5, and then all this stuff. And in fact, after I published this book, that I have friend from Asia who is not even doing Wing Chun, and message me say, oh, now I know my Sifu, when they teach, my late Sifu, when they teach me in 1969, it is Zone 4 and Zone 5 style, but right now I'm not doing that anymore. I just only do Zone 3, Zone 4 the most. Usually it's just Zone 2, Zone 3. So you see, it is a Chinese martial art, but it is from different style, but they know, oh yeah, this is how it is. And now we have a language, a common language to communicate. And also we can communicate with the sports science, the MMA player. You know, we can make friends, okay? It's not that everybody, you know, we try to piss off each other and then we make the hell out enemy of us. I mean, we can learn, right? I mean, this is the world, right? Like today, right? We're going to buy food in the supermarket, right? Buying food. You see that we lined up. Everybody is so how do you say, so nice. Okay, lined up and properly, you know, check. Virus is our enemy. Human is not. Humans support each other. And some of lady who stand in the waiting for the checkout. When I went by buy some veggie and fruits. Is saying, you know what? There will be single parents family. I don't know whether they have money to buy this food for next 3 weeks or not. And some say, you know, yeah, you know, how about that homeless people? You can hear that, you know, in this type of time that people come together. We all want to help. Okay. So, you know, people usually we don't talk that much in the line, checkout line, but today many people we are talk, and then it's actually not about us. It's about, hey, you know, did this single parents have the money to buy the food for next 3 weeks because they work, they live on paycheck by paycheck, right? So you can see that people have good heart. However, you know, in a good time, I think we go crazy, right? Oh, I'm better fighter than you. But in the bad time, like people want to help each other. And so back to the questions. What does Wing Chun do for us at this time? So if you have any question, please feel free to message me. Okay, so if I know the answer, I have a view for that, I can share it with you. And I can do it many times a week for this part next 3 weeks. So if you want to learn something not in my book or something in my book, which is you want to know what it is, so feel free, because actually only this morning over here, I'm helping a group in San Jose, elderly group, on breathing and all this kind of stuff. And actually only 2 weeks ago, I make an experiment teaching them the first part of the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao sets within 1 month for 8 lessons. And all these are friends, okay? Like in my age, all these are friends. And so go through all the clean quit, go through all the 6 core elements, but just give them the basic, and the goal is to improve the health. Okay, of course, talk about a little bit about the like this technique, right? This is called sun and moon ledge like ledging. Okay, so lap sao is not but ledge it. So why is it called sun and moon ledge? If you look at that, this is like a sun, this is like a moon, right? This is like a moon. The palm here is like a moon, and this is like a sun, right? This is called sun and moon ledge. And one of the things, just now I show you the lecture, another thing is to massage, like this is the lung point. Right now, you know, people are afraid that people want to strengthen their lung. So like this point, in over here, you know, like chapter 9 that is talking about this. If one not be able to sleep at night, you know, this lung channel, lung pressure point here can be massaged, and you can massage it with this, with one pressure point here and another pressure point here, or at this point, one here for massage, this point, the lung point for massage. So there's a lot of things there, okay? And for 1 month, I taught them 7 of them, okay, at 8 lessons, each lesson 2 hours, and I'll be able to get it done because I want to test out too, okay, can we do it? Can we do it? Of course, all of them buy a Garmin watch, and I want them to look at their VO2 max and the heart rate, okay, so I can tell that this can be done based on science and so forth, and I use this as a textbooks. So after that, they know this. So it's, I simply want it to be get into the university, because if I'm not wrong, there are Wing Chun Sifu about 30 years ago saying that, you see, Wing Chun never get into university. Now I'm going to get into the university. But 30 years ago, I forgot who saying that, but I know, okay, there's a grandmaster or Sifu saying that. So today, I make the experiment, okay? People who have no idea of Wing Chun at all, teach them that for 1 month, see how much they can get, and then with the book, okay, how much they can get. So that's done, okay, complete. And the result is pretty good. Okay, not for fighting, okay, for get the body, like you can see like a type of yoga, a type of aerobic, the combination yoga, aerobic, and meditation. It can be done now. And then they use a Garmin, they'll be able to track themselves. So this is to share with you today, okay? So if you have questions, please, you know, feel free to ask. For this 3 weeks, we can get together, you know, learn more things, and have a really informal chat, okay? And only we don't want to go to politics, we don't want to go to all this lineage stuff, but a technical, and then talk heart to heart, okay? Not try to be who is higher, who is slower, and those kind of stuff.